Welcome to the Adapt and Thrive book series, where we review essential guides for today's biggest challenges. Today we're looking at a book called Evolving Agricultural Organizations in the AI Era, which really tackles one of the most massive shifts in the entire history of farming.
You know, this question from a story told within the book, it just perfectly captures the challenge facing agriculture right now. How do you bridge generations of tradition with the incredible promise of technology?
Farming is really moving from an era of instinct and reaction to one of prediction and, well, precision. But let's be honest, how do organizations actually manage that kind of monumental change? And that's exactly what this book presents itself as. It's not some theoretical textbook, but a real, hands-on companion for any agricultural organization that's ready to evolve.
Okay, so the core of the book is this detailed 4-day workshop blueprint. It's what turns all these abstract ideas into an actual, actionable plan. Let's just briefly walk through the journey it lays out for you.
So, the journey kicks off by getting everyone in the same room, and I mean everyone, from the executives down to the folks working the fields, to map out opportunities and agree on a shared vision for all this change.
Next, it's all about the building blocks. This means inventorying your data, figuring out where the gaps are, and creating some practical pilot blueprints for technologies like drones and sensors.
Day 3. Well, this is where we get into the hard numbers. It's all about building a solid business case, modeling the return on your investment, and creating a strategic 3-year roadmap. And this is so crucial. The final day is all about the human element. We're talking about upskilling the workforce, setting up some ethical rules, and making absolutely sure the new culture is going to stick around.
Now, what's really interesting about this structure is how it prioritizes people right from the very start. And hey, if you're finding this review helpful, please do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe to see more from our series.
So let's pull out one key lesson this book offers, because it's a really powerful framework for getting your entire team on board with what's happening.
I mean, that's the big question, right? The book tackles this head-on with a really practical exercise that you do right on day 1. It's called the Stakeholder Journey Map. This exercise actually forces teams to build empathy by creating these detailed personas and mapping out each person's unique perspective on all the changes that are coming. And this insight from the book's own narrative tale, it really is the crucial point here. A successful AI adoption isn't just a tech problem. It's a people-first leadership challenge. So, what's the result of this whole journey? Well, the book illustrates the outcome just beautifully.
By the end of the process, the fictional Martin family from the story, they aren't just putting in new tools. They've built this unified vision that blends Grandpa Joe's wisdom with his granddaughter's analytics. It's pretty cool.
So, in a nutshell, this book serves as an invaluable guide for any leader in agriculture who's looking to navigate the AI era with a clear plan that brings their entire organization along for the ride. There's so much more practical detail in this book. We're going to cover the specific exercises and frameworks for each day of the workshop in more depth in our upcoming videos, so you should definitely subscribe.
And this really illustrates the ultimate question the book leaves you with. Are you and your organization actually prepared to cultivate the future?